What a game of Test cricket. In fact, I would take a step further and call this the pinnacle of cricket, because people call T20 cricket great, some people call ODI cricket great, but this match, if you guys have not watched, don't worry, I'll be covering everything for you. But even if you are watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. How long has it been that we have actually enjoyed Test cricket in India? Put your hand across your heart and tell how long it's been. See, winning is great. When our team wins, we can say that, damn, this is beautiful, we won. But cricket, we all started loving cricket for the sport it is. Nationality and all those things, patriotism all came later. And I would say that Test cricket is the winner today because India and England played terrifically well, to be honest. It was literally jazz ball versus baseball. Jasprit Bumrah and Jaiswal versus, the English players, that is baseball. Or you could say Jasprit Bumrah, Jaiswal co-starring Shubman Gill. Because without his 100, I think it couldn't have that whole effect. You can't call it the whole effect. Obviously, we had contributions from Kuldeep Yadav, Ashwin in the second innings, and Shreyas Iyer with the catch and run out. And I think that's what makes this game beautiful, because there was batting, there was double 100, there was 100, we had lead, then they're chasing us down. We played better in the first innings, they played better in the second innings. Everything happened. This is why Test cricket is beautiful. And if Test cricket is played in a very sporting manner, where fast bowlers, spinners, batters, and everybody comes to play, I think you'll exactly understand what I'm trying to talk about. So I kind of feel like I'm happy for what Indian cricket is doing right now, preparing sporting pitches, because the fans are coming back, the audiences are coming back, people are interested, a lot of people talking about the game. After a freaking long time, we saw a double 100 in Indian shows. So I personally am very happy. So this is the first episode of Off the Pitch, and my name is Aditya Krishna. And if you're new here, I would love that if you could subscribe and like this episode so that it can help me grow and the algorithm actually likes what I do out here if you like it. So let's get to the game. In fact, I would say, it was literally the two people show. As I said, co-starring Shubman Gill, Jaiswal's 209 runs in the first innings, especially when the second highest score is 34 runs scored by Shubman Gill. So that just shows the level of how well Jaiswal played. The pitch, I'll go step by step, and I would say, the pitch was very sporty. I think those runs we made in the first innings were not good enough. Those runs are not good enough. I think that we could have actually gotten a lot more runs. Our players, many people, Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer, Akshar Patel, all these guys got in and just threw away their starts and gave their wickets off. It was really disappointing, because I think we could have actually taken the game way ahead of us. I think credit to the bowlers bowled really well, especially the Bumrah, because the way how he bowled, and it was a marvel, because especially the first innings, the way how he was reversing the ball, the freaking Yorker to Ollie Pope, damn, the way how he set up Joe Root, more damn, the ball to Ben Stokes, I don't have words. I might start cussing here, because it was that beautiful. And that's how good Jasprit Bumrah is. Jasprit Bumrah is our key weapon. I keep saying that, people keep having fans of Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. Virat Kohli is my favorite player. But still, you can never deny the quality of Jasprit Bumrah. Because if Virat is not there, at least in the future, we could say that Shubman, Jaiswal, Rohit, or some people can take care of what he does. But there is no other Jasprit Bumrah solution. We played a Mukesh Kumar, who is probably one of the best players in Ranji Trophy, especially in the last season. And we saw the stellar difference between the best player of Ranji and Bumrah from India. So you can see the stellar difference, that how much it takes to have, especially for a country like India, to have a good fast bowler. And having a good fast bowler is one thing. Having the world's greatest fast bowler at the moment is another thing. Some people would call it arguably the greatest bowler, but I wouldn't use the word arguably, because he is the best bowler currently. 100% all formats. I'm ready to challenge anybody on this, the kind of situations he's been, the kind of game skills he's got. He's a freaking specimen. People are skilled. Anderson, yes, you see, Anderson is an all-time GOAT. In Test cricket especially, he balls it right in the channel, the same length, the same, his accuracy is pinpoint, it'll go. He doesn't have any extraordinary skill, to be honest. He does the same shit from day and out, day in and day out. He can do the same thing again and again. And that's what makes him beautifully, that kind of skill set. His skill set is massive. But Bumrah is not. He's not just doing it inside out. He's balling the Yorkers. He's balling the slower delivery. The way he got Folks, slower delivery. The way he got Joe Root, outswinger. The way he got Johnny Bairstow, in swinger. The way he got Ollie Pope, Yorker. Luckily, he didn't bowl a bouncer today because he didn't need to, because the pitch was having, and he was able to reverse the ball, so he didn't have to bowl a bouncer. And we all know that he's got an excellent bouncer. So he's got the whole goods. And even after whatever I said, he's got even more skills than that. Cross seam and all those things, wobble seam. He's got everything in the book. He's a freaking specimen. There are Rabadas, there is the Shaheen Shah Afridi, there is Hazelwood, there is Anderson. But these guys are all, they're all great bowlers, okay? They're all extraordinarily great bowlers in our time. But they all have a certain skill set, and they try to take advantage of that. Whereas India, on the other hand, especially Bumrah on the other hand, doesn't use that skill set. He is genuinely gifted. He's got his all variables, and he does everything. What he does is his point of accuracy, execution is almost perfect. If he thinks Yorker, it's a 90% chance that's a Yorker. And that is a 40% chance that's a unplayable Yorker. So that's the kind of gameplay he is. And that's why I called it Jazz Ball versus Bass Ball, co-starring Shubman Gill, obviously. Because Jaiswal and Bumrah, and I think Bumrah deserved the man of the match. It was right because Jaiswal played one great innings, extremely great innings in the first. Second innings, it was Shubman Gill who led with the bat. But if you look in Indian terms, Bumrah led the whole first innings with the ball. Second innings, you could call Ashwin because he picked up the bigger wickets, but then Bumrah and Ashwin both picked up 3 wickets. So I think since both the innings are counted, I think Bumrah deserved the first, man of the match. But Jaiswal was nowhere less. Nowhere less, especially when the whole team. The most disappointing fact for me personally in the game is our batting order. India known for their batting. They're batting like, taking 30, 40s, all those intent merchant kind of games. They show some intent coming in, try to play some crazy cool shots and then goes out because they don't have that focus, a crazy focus. Because too much of T20 cricket, I don't know whether the T20 players, they don't have enough skill set. But I don't know. I think that's the most disappointing thing. I'm really happy for Shubman Gill, the kind of drought he's been going through over runs. He was literally in waters. He's like literally underneath. If you have read Shubman Gill's, interviews, he was literally telling like yesterday, especially when he came to bat, the first ball, his heart was beating like crazy. Even the last ball, after hitting a century, his heart was beating like crazy. That just shows the kind of pressure an Indian player has. It's easy for us to criticize and stuff like that, but we have to think from their shoes. It's not easy being them. And the kind of pressure they have. Like, crores and crores of people are watching you and like, do something, you piece of T, or all those things. When you perform, you are the best, I want to kiss you, I want to hug you, you are the greatest, I want to lift you up in my shoulders. All the hero worship starts. Unnecessary. So stop putting everybody on a pedestal. It actually hurts them rather than praising them. They're playing for their country, right? But they're getting compensated for their country as well. So let's be very clear and with our explanations and with our love, that let's not go beyond boundaries. So I think Gill actually did a great job getting that 100, because if he didn't, I think he would have missed out in the next game. I truly am a big fan of Gill. And I'm not trying to bring any bias out here because he's 24 years old. It's not easy for a 24-year-old to come and play for India. How many players do you think Australia has, 24-year-old prodigies? I don't know. That's none. I think I can count on my fingers. Rachin Ravindra is one from New Zealand. A 23-year-old guy. Shubman Gill is one. Harry Brook is one from England. Then Ollie Pope and Zach Crawley is 26 years old. So they're also kind of in the setup because 26 is young, pretty young. So see, England has a little bit younger team. And that's why they're trying to play basketball, because their team is mixed with a lot of older guys and younger guys. There's no in between 29, 30s as much compared to other teams. So I think it's necessary for us to have a Jaiswal and a Gill perform. Gill, 10 centuries at the age of 24. Fuck the formats, whatever the formats are, but still he made those runs. And that's massive. It's not easy. Like how many players, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, in the last 3 to 4 years, Ambari, right? We had so many players playing for India. But how many players made 10 centuries? Nobody. Nobody made. People say in Indian flat pitches, so what? It's not easy to hit it in a double hundred. You think flat pitches are only made in India? It's made in Pakistan. It's made in New Zealand. It's made in Australia. Nobody made a double hundred there. So take it with, respect the kind of player he is. But obviously I know that he was not performing and he had to perform or he would be removed. But I wanted him to perform, and luckily with some grace, he was a little edgy at the beginning, but with God's grace and with the luck he had, luck is very important as a player, we all know, because Shreyas Iyer looked very confident while playing. He miscued one, it went, and Ben Stokes ran backwards to complete a catch, which on any other day, it would have been, it was not even a catch. But Shreyas Iyer got out. That just shows, unfortunately, he's unlucky. He looked, in fact, if you ask me how Gill and Shreyas was playing, Gill was looking aggressive and he was attacking all this, whenever he got a chance, but Shreyas looked, unbothered, to be honest. He was playing very comfortably, but one miscue is enough. He made 29 runs and got out. Shubman Gill had some chances here and there, and England didn't take properly. Gill was lucky here and there. Placements were a little lucky here and there. Rehan Ahmed was bowling little freebies. But Gill took full advantage. All credits to him, and he did a fantastic job. So I think on that basis alone, I think now Shreyas Iyer has it, or probably next match, because when Virat and I think KL Rahul comes in for Shreyas Iyer and Virat comes in for Patidar. Patidar was another player who came in as a debutant. Interesting player, got interesting shots. I would love to see a lot more about him, but unfortunately, in Indian conditions, we are very rigid and stringent players, people that we don't give much chances, and if you give 1-2 chances, we expect them to perform in that level, but he didn't, unfortunately. He showed some particular skill. He's also a very stylish player. I think he's a very complete player. He can reverse sweep, he can sweep, he can come off the crease and hit the ball. He can play the short ball well. He flicks the ball, he plays the cover drives. He's a complete batter. So I hope he gets more chances. In some cases, somebody gets injured or whatever, I hope they give him more chances. Sarfraz is another person. I don't know much about Sarfraz. I have not watched him play, but obviously with those kinds of records and milestones he has with him, I don't think he is any joke. So there are some guys in the wings, but I think Gill needs to buckle up, because I saw after his 104 runs in the 2023-2025 cycle, he still has made only 280 runs. He has an average of 28. He has an average of 28 in 11 innings. After 104 in the second innings and 34 in the first innings, including these. So that just shows that even after hitting 100, he's got only 28 average. So that shows in the water he is at. So I'm not trying to support him, but obviously I want him because he's a youngster. These guys are your future. They are the brand. They are the ones who make viewers come. See, I know for a fact that 40% of Indians watch cricket because of Virat Kohli. Maybe 30% watch for Rohit Sharma. There's another 30% who left watching cricket because Dhoni left playing for India. So people might say that, we are a brand-driven team. We are an individual-driven team, which is true. Unfortunately, we are an individual. Unfortunately or fortunately, I would call it unfortunately, because cricket is a team sport. But people want, they are here for a person, a personality. So I think, it's our duty to support youngsters, and I think Gill has all the talent. I really hope that he comes through and hits more hundreds and gets his average even higher, so that he gets, he gets the fame what he deserves. What I personally think is a lot. Now coming to England, England, one thing I've liked is they're playing a lot of young spinners, but they all look really professional. They all look like they have played 100 test matches, because our batters make them feel like that. Barring Shubman Gill and Jaiswal, all those players were like defending. I think Akshar Patel also looked very comfortable, but gets out, giving soft dismissals and getting out. Second innings was a little, you could give him a margin that the ball stayed low and got an LBW. But I think he's a very good player as well. Very underrated, especially in spinning conditions. Against spinners, he's a very good player. Even fast bowlers, he's a good player. England spinners looked like $1,000,000 if you ask me. They in fact you were very organized. I was really kind of jealous. Like, how can debutants come and show so much of confidence? They are not worried. I think the management that shows how relaxed the management and the atmosphere is of England team. So I think it's high time that we put pressure on these England bowlers so that they get that fear. In fact, it kind of feels like they are also playing in their home ground. We are also playing in our home ground. We don't feel that advantage. And these are young guys. Shoaib Bashir has 7 first class matches. 7 first class matches. Rehan Ahmed is 19 years old. 19 years old. 19 under 19 World Cup is happening. If you go watch the players there, you'll understand how they look and how they play. And this guy's 19 years old playing up with the Rohit Sharma and all, bowling to him without no fear, batting. He came as a Nighthawk yesterday and the way how he's smashing those bowlers and all. It kind of shows the kind of game he's got, the kind of confidence he's got. Something to look out for. I think we need to put a lot more pressure against England spinners. Anderson has timeless as ever, always the same thing. I thought this dude is over. He's done for, but I don't know when he'll be. I hope that at least in the next tour of England, especially in England conditions, we know that how dangerous this dude is. Hope he retires by then. I really hope, even though, he's a great player and all, I just don't want to see him bowl. He gives me the villain vibes, he kind of looks like a proper villain. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. You can tell me what you guys feel about him in the comment section. And I think Anderson was brilliant, the way how he took out Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma has been disappointing. Very disappointing. I know there's a lot of Rohit Sharma fans out here, but I don't know. I'm a big fan of Rohit Sharma, but I'm just not happy with what he is doing in the game now. Even the ODI World Cup, people are giving a lot of praise and stuff, which we should. It's not about he should not. I kind of feel Rohit Sharma is a lot more than what he shows. From Virat Kohli's words, Virat Kohli says that he is the best batter of our generation. He's the most generous, he's the most gifted player, but kind of shots he plays, he's a complete player. He sweeps, he hits slogs, he can slog sweep you for 6. He can do every fucking thing. He can literally do, he cuts you, he drives and everything. He got the offside and leg side and every kind of game. So I kind of feel disappointed that he's not playing well. He gets one pretty solid innings and then goes out. Otherwise, he'll make some 20-30 solid quick runs, show some lot of intent and then go to sleep. I want to see 100 from Rohit Sharma. He is absolutely capable. He is supposed to boss this series. Boss against these upstart bowlers, English bowlers. No offense. Upstart in the sense because of the experience. Shoaib Bashir, Hartley, Rehan Ahmed. Can you believe it? All three, I think, with first class experience wouldn't have more than 30 games. All three included. Really disappointing from Rohit Sharma. I don't know why he is not playing well or what's his thing. He's not having that focus. He's playing some great shots, but then he just loses focus. He just plays a very disappointing shot or something. He just blanks out. And Anderson getting out. People are calling it peach of a delivery in the second innings, but I don't think so. It was as peach as people making it out to be because it was just one person swing. I know one person, but how long have Rohit Sharma been playing Anderson? 15 years? Still, he can understand that one person swing and stuff. Kind of disappointing, because in the second innings, England could have won the game. England could have won the game. If it was not for Ashwin and Jasprit in the second innings with the ball, England could have won the game. I don't know what was going on with Rohit Sharma and even other players. Shreyas Iyer, very solid player, but making this 20-30 is not good enough. Ben Foakes, what a keeper. What a freaking keeper. Like, after Writhiman Saha, I think he is the best keeper I've seen in Indian conditions. What a keeper. He is a live wire behind the stumps. Any kind of edges. I think he's got some 5 to 6, 50-50, 30-70 in favor of India. 70%, that much chances he kind of grabbed it and made it in England's favor. Shreyas Iyer's wicket in the first innings. No other keeper would have caught it. He caught it. So there are so many situations like these, where Ben Foakes is playing. People are talking about KS Bird should be replaced, but KS Bird is a decent keeper. Now we have got different keeper. I don't know how Sarfaraz keeps. I've never watched him play. KL Rahul is there, and what do you call him? Dhruv Jurel. I don't know how Dhruv Jurel. He's a youngster. I don't think he's a great keeper as much. Ishan Kishan or whoever it is, they're all part-time keepers. Sanju Samson. No, they're not. Case Bharat did well behind the stump. I think one stumping was of Ollie Pope in the second innings or first innings. I'm not sure. I think in the first innings, which he missed. Apart from that, I think KS Bharat behind the stumps was golden. He did his job. And his reviews was not that great. Not golden. And with the bat, he was very disappointing. He has his fault. I'm not trying to defend him something because who else? The question is who else do we have? Who's a good keeper? Because what I think in Indian condition, the first priority is keeping skills should be really good. Then batting skills. It's not batting skills first. If it was batting skills first, then obviously it is a given that KL Rahul should play because he is the best test batter who can keep after Rishabh Pant. But he's not. So I think it's a very tricky question to people telling to drop KS, but I don't think that's enough replacement because we have good replacements with the bat, but with the ball, with the gloves, I don't know. If Sarfraz Khan can do it, I don't know. I don't think he can. If he could, then I think India would have dropped KS Bharat a long time ago. Ben Stokes as a captain, pretty interesting guy. Sometimes you feel like swearing at him and telling what a stupid decision, Ben. What are you doing? But then sometimes you'll be like, you gotta give your hat off to him because he's like making those bold decisions. I think that's what he is. I think his captaincy defined by Ben Stokes, coaching the baseball game is all about the bold decisions. It can go in any favor and we don't know how it will turn. Even they don't know how it will turn. But it's just about making those decisions, those bold decisions and going with it. So I think that's what giving him that edge, and I think he's a brilliant captain. Keeping Test cricket alive, and I think a lot of people should learn from him and learn from England as a whole. How they're playing and how test cricket can be made interesting, because if I think in India a lot of people have been watching this series and you can literally tell, man, maybe in both the games we got really close. First game we could have won, we lost it though. This game also we could have lost it, but we won it though. If you would have made a proper dust ball, when the ball is pitching and the ball is spinning three ways, which even the bowler doesn't know, batter also don't know, fielder also don't know, keeper also don't know, in those pitches maybe we could have won. But would Test cricket be truly alive in those pitches? Would we as a fan love it? Well, I watched the last India-Australia game. I was not having fun. Whereas India playing in Australia, in the Gabba, and Melbourne, Sydney, what kind of game it was? We were losing, but then we started winning. The series was literally memorable. Excuse me. But what happened last year, Border Gavaskar Trophy, India-Australia, was absolutely trash. Absolutely trash. It wasn't fun at all. I didn't have fun at all. So this was, I think the pitch, what they're doing is good. I think they should keep doing that. Kuldeep was good. I think he could have done better. He was doing good in the first innings. He was picking those, he was bowling good balls, but he was giving a lot of short balls up there. I think because of playing too much of T20 cricket, that happens because you're playing too much of T20 cricket. Your line accuracy is not as good. I think if you give a lot more chances to Kuldeep is a viable option. Today also he took out, second innings he took out Zach Crawley's wicket, which was the turning point. Because Zach Crawley was looking $1 million. Coming to Shubman Gill, I said about Shubman Gill's average is 28. But do you also know that Zach Crawley's average after playing 40 games is 33? And from the last 2 years he's having a golden patch. So before that his average was I think 27, 28. After playing 40 games. Shubman Gill has played 21 matches, has an average of 30, 31, 32. I don't know. Before this 100, he had an average of 29.85. But after this 100, I think the average will move to 32, 33, something close to that. So they both having similar average. But how effective was Zach Crawley? He was the game changer of the whole match, first innings and second innings for England. If it wasn't for him, I think India would have won easily. The others all look bad. Joe Root. I don't know who that guy is. I think he should remove his fake mask and really reveal who the fuck this dude is. Because I don't know who this guy is. He is not the Joe Root I know. I remember the Joe Root 3-4 years back when he came to India, when they played, in those dust ball pitches, and how Joe Root was playing on the back foot, on the front foot. And against in England, we saw the last series we played against England, the way how he played. Too good. This guy is a rip-off. I don't know, against baseball, he is trying to change his game. He should play a solid game. He's actually someone from the Fab Four who has a genuine strike rate of about 65. He's one of those busy players. I think Virat and Steve Smith goes a little bit on the strike rate, down on the strike rate, but Joe Root has a decent strike rate. But I don't know why he's trying to be that T20 player. Something's wrong with him. Someone needs to sit and talk with him, because if Joe Root the player clicks, then England is a very different team because Zach Crawley is clicking like hell. Ben Duckett is a very dangerous sweeper. He's brooming the pitch and all those things, and he gets you all those important shots. And we all know that his wicket is massive because the kind of way he's playing, you kind of feel like if he plays for 10-15 more minutes, the game will completely swing their side. Ollie Pope, I don't have talked to you guys about him last match, 196 runs, the kind of sweeps he was playing, reverse, paddle, the dill scoop. He was literally brushing and brooming the pitch. It was outstanding. So these guys have the batters, but I think Johnny Bairstow and Joe Root is the wicket. And Johnny Bairstow, ever since that injury and coming back from the injury, he's put on nearly 35 pounds. He looks, I don't want to use the word, but fat. He doesn't look fit to play for England, to be honest. I don't know, being blunt. Maybe I might be wrong. The next match he might come and smash 100. He has the quality. Nobody's questioning the quality. In fact, he was the one who was the difference in the 5th Test match we played in England. But I think he's too overrated at the moment right now. He's lost his touch. So overall, I think everybody played really well. The pitch played very well, and I would like to give one shout out to my man Shreyas Iyer. People have been complaining all over in the social media and stuff, but if to be frank, he's just third best scorer in the match after Jaiswal, Gill, and then I think Shreyas Iyer played because he made 2 good knocks, 29, 32 runs something in both the innings. I think he's the 4th. Axar played better than him. And he stitched a very good partnership with Shubman Gill. And obviously, I think he was a game changer because in one ball the game changed. The catch of Zach Crawley in the first innings, that also was a very, very difficult catch. And if it wasn't for Shreyas Iyer, it is not an out. From Indian standards, we don't catch like that. Maybe Kohli can, Jadeja can, Shreyas Iyer can. Apart from that, nobody else can. So lucky he was there and he got that catch. And Zach Crawley in the first innings was looking $1 million. So I think that is massive. And then obviously the run out of Ben Stokes, because we all know the kind of player Ben Stokes is. Ben Stokes can take the game away from you, can destroy you. And Shreyas Iyer got that thing out. So I think we have to give him that. Probably he won't be playing the next match. So if you're watching this game, if you're watching this podcast and you've watched till the end, be a little nice to Shreyas Iyer. Those two, if it wasn't for those catch and the run out and those partnerships which he built with Shubman Gill and all, the game would have been really tight. So if you have watched the game, you would know that. So I would like to he's not my favorite player or anything, but I just want to be a little nice. If you have a platform, just be a little nice and talk a little nice things about them. You don't have to be rude because he did have a role to play. People who are saying the one who didn't have a role to play is Mukesh Kumar. Don't know what he was doing there, but absolutely trashy selection by Rohit Sharma once again. They should have played an extra batter there. Or they should have played a pacer, but that just shows that we don't have another pace. I understand the reason behind resting Siraj. Okay, he's been playing a lot of cricket, agreed. But if this is the quality, then luckily he got a wicket towards the end. And he was celebrating at the end, after getting the wicket of the tail ender. And he was celebrating as though he got a wicket of, some top order play. He was celebrating like Shane Warne. Unfortunately for him, I don't want to be rude to him, but, he didn't click. 7 to 8 overs in the whole game, both the innings he's bowled. And he gave a lot of runs also. If you could have played Sarfaraz Khan there, we could have seen what he's made of. You could have seen how good of a batter he is. Ranji Trophy making runs is different because Mukesh Kumar is also a Ranji prodigy. We see him, how he plays. He is not anywhere a prodigy in international standards. Sarfaraz Khan is the prodigy of Ranji Trophy. Let's see what he can do. We could have seen what he could have done. Unfortunate that he missed out. They could have played an extra batter, and I hope that Indian cricket team takes more risk and be more confident. I think Rohit Sharma is playing a lot more defensive. We won the game, but still, I think he needs to be more aggressive. Not his batting. I'm not talking about his batting. I'm talking about the team morale has to be aggressive. They're coming to India to play against India, but it always feels like they are the home side and we are the side who's come to beat them. Kind of feel like, I don't know if you watch the game, you'll understand, because they're always dominating. We are winning, but at the end, it kind of feels like they can win from anywhere. Somehow. They can still win from somewhere. Because we are not, owning the movements. Only 2 people own the movement. 2-3 people, as I said, jazz ball players, that is Jaiswal and Bumrah and co-star Shubman Gill. Only these 3 own their game. Otherwise, others didn't own the game. So yeah, that's it from me, and I would like to say once again that if you would like and subscribe, it will help me with the algorithm so that I can come up again and again in your videos. I'll be making daily videos, probably trying to make daily videos on cricket. So I would really enjoy if you guys do that for me. It'll be a big thing for me. So with that, I would like to enclose this episode. Bye bye. Take care. Adios.